This is Mac 404, Fixtures and Workflows. This is the pipe cutting operation. So for the objective for this challenge is to design the flow and fixturing for a sawing operation of a 1 by 2 inch ABS pipe along the center line and a half using a miter saw or circular saw. We're using a circular saw in this case, as you can see by this picture. And so we need, for a task, we need to design and create the documentation for this operation, design the flow, the fixture, then we need to build and test the fixture, and then we could fill an acceptance test afterwards. So deliverables for this project are the development plan, technical drawing, pictures of design, and acceptance test. And the acceptance test is a video that shows the operation of the fixture during the sawing operation, and at least 2 cycles to show that it's consistent. And the project workflow is we want to check the hardware right here, circular saw. Then we want to create a development plan, design the fixture, and document the 8 steps. Build the fixture, and then we want to test the fixtures for its flow, fixture, and process, and see if it's up to specifications. If not, then we want to come up here and either modify the development plan or modify the fixture in 8 steps. And then build the fixture, test it, and then if once it does reach the specifications, then we can build the acceptance test. This is my fixture right here, and this is the stuff that you need to build it. And so how this would work is you would clamp this to the table right here and here, and then you would down here 8 steps. Step 1, which would be operation. Sorry, step 1. Step 1 would be input. You the operator would push the pipe into the fixture, and the fixture would have to support against, but also have to still support against gravity, and like usual. And then step 2, 3, and 4, which is location, fixture, and constraint. You push it up against the fixture, and the part and the fixture are pushed up against each other, and gravity is still pushing down on the fixture right here. Step 5 and 6, which is operation and release. During this, the saw is you're gonna push the saw through this all the way through, and it'll come out the other side. So what happens is the part is still pushing up against the fixture, but now the saw is also adding additional force that the fixture needs to support against, and now also the fixture needs to support against the saw and gravity too, vertically. So horizontally it needs to support against the saw and the part, and vertically it needs to support against the saw and and gravity. And this is because the saw is rotating this way, meaning that it's also pushing it, it's converting the force that way. So, yep. And then step 7 and 8, which is output and release, is you the operator would pull the parts out and move it to where the part needs to be, to where the finished cut part needs to be, meaning that this is now empty, and you can move on to cutting the next part. So then you can go back to step 1, and then just do this all over again, and repeat and repeat. And so, yeah, that's the fixture. So some things I would update about the fixture though would be to uh, have some nubs here, right here, like on this back plate here, to support the fixture after it's cut, because at the moment fixtures, in CAD it doesn't show it, but the fixtures might collapse upon each other if they don't have support. So, which I mean isn't that big of a deal afterwards, but during mid operation that might cause problems. So having supports right here to stop the parts from collapsing on each other during operation would be good. And also changing this, instead of having this be flat, instead have this be uh, instead of having this being a slope like this, instead of having this be steps would also help the part like from rotating and maybe like moving up this during operation. Although that likely isn't happen, it's still a possibility. So yeah, That's everything. Thank you for watching.